Welcome to Kanerika's podcast, The Digital Shift. Today, we are digging into what is probably one of the most critical strategic decisions facing technology leaders right now.
Absolutely. It's all about how to manage this tidal wave of enterprise data.
Right. The conversation has completely shifted.
It has. It's no longer about if you need a data strategy, but really how sophisticated that strategy is. And the content we're seeing just underscores this.
What are the numbers saying?
Well, over 76% of business leaders are now prioritizing investment in advanced data and analytics tools. We're talking about a global market that's projected to top $400 billion.
Wow.
So data infrastructure is not a luxury anymore. It's the engine of modern business, plain and simple.
And when you're building that engine, two giants really dominate the conversation for 2025.
Microsoft Fabric and Google BigQuery.
Exactly. And our mission in this deep dive is to, cut through the marketing noise. We want to distill the core differences, architecture, pricing, strategy, so you can figure out which platform really aligns with your goals.
It's important to set the stage here because they come from very different places.
Completely different pedigrees.
You've got Google BigQuery, launched way back in 2011. It's the veteran, a pure, fully managed, serverless data warehouse.
Known for being simple to set up and just incredibly fast with huge amounts of data.
Petabyte scale data, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the disruptive newcomer.
Microsoft Fabric.
Debuted just in 2023. Fabric is a unified software as a service, or SaaS, platform. It's this holistic attempt to bring the entire data lifecycle, everything, into a single experience.
All built around its storage layer, OneLake.
That's the key.
Okay, so let's unpack that fundamental difference. They both get you to enterprise analytics, but their designs are a study in contrasts.
Worlds apart.
Let's start with Fabric's philosophy, this idea of unification, the Lakehouse approach.
Right. Fabric's whole goal is to eliminate data friction. It centers everything on OneLake, which acts as the single storage layer for the entire organization.
Think of it like a central library for all your company's data.
That's a great way to put it. All your books in one massive, centrally organized digital library. So Data Factory, Synapse, Power BI, Data Science, they all read and write from the same underlying files in OneLake.
And the genius there is that you avoid copying data between all these different tools.
Which is traditionally a massive point of latency and cost.
And the feature that makes this really work is direct lake technology, right?
Like, that's the magic.
Right.
In business terms, it means Power BI doesn't have to import or cache data anymore. It reads the live data directly from the Lakehouse.
Meaning your executive dashboards are running on fresh information, not yesterday's copy.
Instantly. Now, contrast that with BigQuery's philosophy, which is separation. It follows this classic, very elegant serverless design. It physically separates its compute engine, Dremel, from its storage layer, Colossus.
And that separation is such a critical design choice.
It is.
It's like having this independent warehouse where you can scale your storage infinitely, and that doesn't affect how fast your queries run.
And crucially, it is truly serverless. You, the user, you never touch a server.
Yeah.
You never have to provision capacity.
You just write the query.
Exactly. You write your SQL query, and BigQuery automatically allocates the right amount of compute power based on how complex your request is. The benefit is simplicity, speed, and elasticity, especially for massive ad hoc workloads.
So you just focus on the analysis, not the infrastructure.
Precisely. And that, that architectural difference leads directly to the big question everyone has.
Money. How do you actually pay for this stuff?
And the cost structures could not be more different. They are complete opposites.
Okay, let's start with Fabric. It uses a capacity-based model. It's designed for predictability.
It is. You buy reserved compute capacity, which they measure in capacity units, or CUs.
Think of it like paying for a fixed monthly supply of energy, or a reserved seat on a train.
That's it. And the defining factor is you pay for those CUs whether you use them fully or not.
What's the entry point look like?
The minimum for continuous operation starts around $262 a month. That's for the F2 tier.
So the implication here is really about risk management. If your workloads are predictable and steady, you get budgeting certainty.
But if you underutilize it, you're paying for waste.
Okay, so then BigQuery is the opposite.
The complete opposite. A highly flexible pay-per-query model. This is strictly usage-based.
Like an electricity bill, you only pay for what you use.
Exactly. The on-demand charge is $5 per terabyte of data that your query processes.
The initial appeal there is pretty strong.
Oh, for sure. There's no minimum commitment, and your first terabyte of queries is actually free every single month. It's tailor-made for sporadic, ad hoc workloads.
But there's a risk.
A huge risk.
Yeah.
Unoptimized queries can lead to, well, let's just say some very big unexpected bills. If someone accidentally scans a 10-petabyte table and your governance isn't airtight, that cost can explode.
So that's the trade-off. Predictable overhead with a risk of waste versus total flexibility with a risk of runaway costs.
That is the strategic trade-off in a nutshell.
Moving from the technical to the tactical, successfully navigating these platform choices,
Yeah.
it requires more than just reading a spec sheet.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about mapping that architecture and that pricing to your actual business goals.
That's right. And this is really where we at Kanerika come in. These aren't just IT decisions. They're foundational business strategy choices.
So choosing Fabric is a commitment to the Microsoft roadmap.
It is. It's designed to minimize integration pain within that ecosystem. Whereas choosing BigQuery, especially with its multi-cloud features, can be a strategic hedge against vendor lock-in. We specialize in helping businesses make that pivotal choice and then execute it flawlessly.
Okay, let's dive back into the content. How do scaling and advanced features, like machine learning, really diverge between the two?
Well, for performance and scaling, BigQuery is the definition of automatic. Because of that Dremel and Colossus separation, it just handles petabyte scale scans incredibly quickly.
It's hands-off. You submit the query, the system does the rest.
Exactly. Fabric's performance, like we said, is tied to the capacity tier you pre-select. You had to do some capacity planning.
But that direct lake mode is its trump card.
It really is. It provides that near real-time, zero-copy query speed. It completely bypasses traditional data movement, giving Power BI this immense advantage.
Okay, what about machine learning? This is where they feel really different.
Completely different user bases. BigQuery ML is a massive selling point because it's focused on SQL-based machine learning.
Which is a game changer.
It is, because your existing data analysts who are brilliant with SQL can suddenly build complex forecasting or classification models using just standard SQL syntax.
So they don't have to go learn Python or specialized libraries?
For many common models, no. It dramatically lowers the barrier to entry. But Fabric, conversely, integrates deeply with the whole Azure machine learning ecosystem.
So it's more for the traditional data scientist.
Right. It relies on Python or R, but, and this is a big but, it heavily features Copilot AI assistants.
Powered by things like GPT.
Yeah, to help write complex code, automate tasks, generate insights. So it's high code, but it's AI-assisted high code.
Got it. And what about the crucial part for any enterprise? Security and governance.
Fabric, I would say, provides stronger, centralized governance out of the box through Microsoft Purview.
Because it's all unified.
Exactly. Permissions you set at the workspace level just cascade automatically across everything. Notebooks, reports, data. It simplifies things like data lineage and meeting compliance for HIPAA or ISO 27001.
And BigQuery.
BigQuery uses Google Cloud IAM. It's extremely powerful, very granular. You can do column-level security. But that unified purview wrapper in Fabric often just means less admin overhead. BigQuery's approach can require a bit more manual configuration.
Okay, so we've broken down the architecture, the pricing, the key features. Let's tie this all together. What does this mean for the final choice?
It really hinges on three core factors.
Yeah.
Your existing ecosystem, your preference for infrastructure management, and the nature of your workloads.
All right, so let's do a quick fire round. Give me the top reason to choose Microsoft Fabric.
Number one, you are heavily invested in the Microsoft ecosystem. Power BI, Azure, Microsoft 365. It's a no-brainer. The integration is seamless.
Okay, reason number two for Fabric.
Centralized, simplified governance is paramount. You need Microsoft Purview to handle everything in one unified place. Fabric is superior there.
And a third.
You have predictable, steady workloads, and you want that fixed capacity-based pricing to eliminate any billing surprises.
Got it. Now let's flip it. When should you choose Google BigQuery?
First, if you require a true multi-cloud or cloud-agnostic strategy, BigQuery Omni lets you query data sitting right in AWS or Azure.
Without moving the data, that's huge.
Critical. Second, choose BigQuery if you prioritize a fully serverless infrastructure with zero management overhead. You just want it to work.
And if you have those sporadic, massive query requirements?
Exactly. The paper query model is perfect for that. And finally, BigQuery ML. If you want to empower your existing data analysts to build powerful models using only SQL, there's nothing else like it.
We have covered a tremendous amount of ground today, from the unified lakehouse of Fabric to the elegant serverless separation in BigQuery.
I think the key takeaway is that both platforms are phenomenal. They're both top tier. but they're designed to enhance fundamentally different business strategies.
You have to pick the one that amplifies the direction you're already heading.
And that strategic alignment is precisely what we at Kanerika do. This choice is difficult. It touches every part of your organization, from finance to data engineering. We act as that certified partner to help map your business outcomes directly to the best technical solution.
And your role is to drive real, measurable results, not just recommend platforms.
Exactly. We implement solutions that deliver. For instance, our expertise has consistently led to a 50% faster time to market for complex products in fintech and health tech.
And beyond speed, there's a financial impact.
A big one. We've seen an average annual cost saving of $1.2 million in complex logistics operations for our clients just by optimizing these cloud environments.
You also mentioned accelerators for things like migration.
Yeah, we address the toughest pain points with pre-built pathways. So migrating legacy systems like Informatica or old SQL services directly onto Microsoft Fabric becomes much more efficient. And our commitment to quality and security is backed by certifications like CMMI Level 3, ISO 27001, and SOC 2 Type 2. It ensures your migration is secure and robust.
All right, before we close this deep dive, let's leave our listeners with one final provocative thought to consider.
I think it's this. Look beyond today's features and think about the skill set of your future data team.
The talent you'll need to attract and retain.
Exactly. The platform you choose today determines the talent you hire tomorrow. Will you build your future around the elegant SQL simplicity of a serverless engine, which empowers your current analysts?
Or will you commit to the broad, integrated, low-code, high-code flexibility of a unified platform that relies on a deeper bench of Microsoft-savvy data scientists?
The platform determines the talent.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the digital shift.